Okay, I have a little bit of a topic I want to talk about. Um, Cursive handwriting. Uh, so this is something a little close to my heart, but apparently it's disappearing. I was listening to the radio today on my way home from work, and the radio DJ was talking about how people are actually not being able to read historical documents because they're in cursive handwriting, which is insane because when I was in school, cursive handwriting was something you just learned. To think that in the 10 years that I haven't been in elementary school, they've dropped cursive handwriting. It's kind of insane to me. So when I was listening to the radio, they had a couple of facts that I kind of wanted to just bring up. There was only 15% of students who wrote their SAT essays last year in cursive handwriting. The rest all printed them. So printing is the standard now, because in the second grade is when you usually start to learn cursive handwriting, and now people aren't learning cursive, they're just going straight to computers. So everyone is used to either seeing printing or computer screens, so this whole cursive thing is gone. When I was little, I looked at my parents' documents and I couldn't read them because they were in cursive handwriting, but they're like, "Oh, you get to learn that soon." And I got all excited because I've always thought cursive handwriting is elegant looking, and it would make you look smarter and more mature. And that's a proven fact that people see cursive handwriting and the person writing it actually, it comes off as more mature and more sophisticated and smarter. So people who write in cursive have always been thought to be taken more seriously because they write their ideas down in cursive handwriting, which is kind of, you'd think it'd be a given, but apparently it's not anymore. But I've always thought that people who write their hand, even if their cursive isn't the best, I don't know. I'm like, oh, this person learned cursive. This person writes in cursive. I don't know. I've shared the opinion that cursive handwriting, I think, makes you look a little bit more intelligent. I don't know. For me, I've always written in cursive because I thought my printing looked atrocious. I look like a boy printing, and my cursive handwriting, people have always said that it's neater. So I've always written in cursive. Another thing they said on the radio was that cursive handwriting engages areas of the brain that involve your motor skills and also your creative. So people who learn how to write cursively are intuitively more creative than people who don't learn how to write cursively. So the same thing that people who learn music and are good at music are better at math and science, because it's all connected. Cursive handwriting means it engages your brain in the same way that arts and music have, or do. Cursive handwriting is a way of expressing yourself, and they always say, that your handwriting says something about you, and they've always do handwriting analysis, on shows like Criminal Minds and White Collar. They always talk about, oh, this is written in distress, or this person is this way, and they can tell that by their handwriting. So the fact that we aren't using handwriting anymore, it kind of makes it harder to look at the person and be able to figure out who they are as a person, I guess, because they're not handwriting things anymore. They're typing them up, or they're writing in this 2 or 2nd grade printing that they learned. That just doesn't make you look as intelligent as you probably could be. And they always talk about doctors having horrible chicken scratch handwriting. And I don't know where that fits into everything in this study, but doctors are intelligent, and we just I guess we just assume you have the handwriting of a doctor kind of thing. And it's kind of like a joke, but if I've had doctors that have nice handwriting, and I appreciate that, not only because I can actually read what they're saying, but I'm like, oh, this person actually takes the time and care to write things out neatly because they care, they want people to be able to read them, or they just kind of care about what other people think. I don't know, that's just what my opinion is. And apparently cursive handwriting is faster than printing, so you take it down your ideas faster. So when I write, I like to write in cursive handwriting. So all of my essays, people would have these nice typed up drafts of their essays. And mine would all be in cursive handwriting. And people would be like, oh my god, this is so messy. I'm like, no, to me, it's not. I wrote double spaced, so you could write in there if you need to, if you want to give me notes or whatever. But my creative process is I have to handwrite. So I'm sorry that it's not as neat as it could be. But my creative process has always been handwriting. So I use cursive because I can get it down faster. I'm like, I have this big crazy idea, and then I end up writing 5 pages when the assignment is supposed to be 3. But I'm sorry. I have a lot to say, and I find it easier. Like, people write faster than they type. It's a proven fact for most people. So if you're able to write down faster, you can get your ideas out faster before you lose them. So that's another reason why I like handwriting versus typing, is you get your ideas out faster. And especially when I was in classes, I would be the only person in class in university with my notepad out, writing down notes instead of typing them out, because I found that I was so concentrated when I tried to type my notes out. I was so concentrated on that, I wasn't absorbing what I was typing, I was just typing like mindless words. But when I had to go back and read my notes to transcribe them into typed up notes, it was just a way that I like to study. So the fact that people are losing that kind of study tool, because whenever I tutored someone, I was like, handwrite your notes and then go back and read them and transcribe them that way. And that's just, I thought it saved me hours of study time. So that was just something else that I did. Handwriting has helped me study less, in effect, because it helped me study better. So the quality was better, but the quantity was less. So that's something else. And finally, they said that cursive handwriting made society more secure, because people now are printing out their signatures on things instead of signing their name, because they're not learning how to cursively write. And really, if you just write out your name on your credit card receipt, you know how easy that is for someone to come along and totally, like, copy and, like, kind of steal your identity in a way. Because my father's handwriting, his signature is just this, like, crazy, like, squiggle. Your handwriting is unique to you. When I was in the 8th grade, I don't think I put my name on anything once. The teacher always knew it was mine. She didn't even, like, check to see if my name was on it, because she knew it was my handwriting, because it's so distinct to you. So the fact that people are losing this, like, distinct quality about them is kind of sad. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, cursive handwriting, people, please don't let cursive handwriting die, because then we lose a part of, like, our culture in a way. And also, we lose these documents that we can no longer read because you can't read cursive. I mean, how bad is it that, like, you can't read the Constitution or, like, the Bill of Rights or stuff like that because it's in handwriting? Like, the Declaration of Independence for people in the States. If you can't read that anymore, that's a basic document that kind of helped found your country. And the fact that you can't read that anymore because you've lost this, like, skill of, it's kind of like losing this, like, hieroglyphic reading. Yes, we have the Rosetta Stone, and that kind of taught us how to do things, but there's no stone to teach us cursive handwriting right now. You can probably come up with one, and that would probably help people, like, centuries in the future, but right now, like, losing cursive handwriting, please don't let it happen. Please. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, thanks to the radio. So I guess those are my thoughts on cursive handwriting. If you have something to say, please comment below. And because I love talking about stuff like this, something so simple that we take for granted, and I just don't want it to go away, because I love writing letters. I love receiving handwritten letters, because someone took the time to put their pen to paper and write you. And if we lose that, I just kind of think that it's another way our society is becoming automated and losing its personal touch. So please, don't let that happen.